Coach, man. Congratulations on your fast start this season, Coach, and doing big things with the Warhawks. What's been the biggest difference between last year and this year?
I think obviously with me just being a part and us having our full staff, no changes to our staff, everybody's still on board. Obviously getting through last year with everything going on and staying together, and then finally we kind of got back to some normalcy there for a little bit. We were able to hit the weight room extremely hard all off season. We were able to have a spring ball to kind of install some stuff that we wanted defensively and offensively. So that was huge for us. It was the first time we got to do that. And then just leading up to summer practice, we had some 7-on-7s. We were able to compete and put our guys in situations to compete against great teams and good competition. So I think all of that has definitely transitioned into some of our success so far early here in the season. Anytime that you're able to keep your staff together and keep building on your offensive schemes, your defensive scheme, your special teams, all of that, your kids continue to buy in and trust the process.
What was the biggest thing you learned from last year being a head coach for the first time and leading your team?
Obviously, the first year head coach, just trying to deal with everything else and really getting a feel for not just making sure that we're ready for practice, but everything else that goes into developing a very strong culture in our program. And that's been something that, obviously starting a program, building tradition and building a strong culture and building the expectations for each and every day, both in the classroom, out of the classroom, in the community, doing those things. That was something that, it took, that takes a lot. It takes a lot of time, and just balancing all of that while also staying focused on making sure our players are ready to perform and understand our offense and defenses. So, the other thing is this, I chose not to call offense or defense and giving that to my coordinators and trusting them to do that. That was different for me, but I've enjoyed it, and I have great coordinators and great coaching staff that's able to take care of those things, and I trust them to make calls.
Starting a program to where you are now, Coach, amazing things going on. How you pull this off, Coach?
We got great kids. We got great kids that have abilities that they have obviously been able to use for us, and that shows on the field. Last year, obviously Caleb Perry is committed to Tennessee, and he's a great kid, smart kid, and loves the game of football. And he was able to get into our off-season program and commit to the weight room and really got to learn and understand, and we saw his body develop. And I think when recruiters see that on top of his abilities and his athleticism, and then, if I'm a college recruiter, I'm looking at potential based on what I see. And, obviously Caleb Perry has that D1 size. And then, of course, our junior O'Brien Fisher, who plays the edge for us. You can't teach 6'6" and a 7-foot wingspan. But, looking at, again, going back to our coaching staff and the way we try to develop our players, Fisher committed to that last season. Fisher was a kid that starting out didn't really want to play defense, and we continued to coach him and develop him. And he had a great season for us last year, who started to raise a lot of attention. Now this offseason, he's committed. He's on a diet plan. He's on a workout regimen that he's really committed to that. And obviously he's benefiting from his abilities and his buy-in to being the best that he can be.
Just kind of give us a little rundown of your team, how you feel about your team right now.
Oh, obviously I feel like this season, we have a lot of experience. This senior class, a lot of these guys started as sophomores that first year against a very extremely tough schedule, opening up, starting a program. So we went through that adversity. We went through the growing pains, and we went through that last season. Again, some of our juniors now got a lot of playing time, some of them even that first season. So again, just rolling that back into, experience. And yeah, you're going to go through the growing pains. You're going to go through the ups and downs. But now as this team 3 is a little bit different than our last 2, because we have that experience. We've been through the adversity. We've been through an absolute battle, and we've got our tails whooped. And so now our kids remember that, and just taking that with a little chip on our shoulder to say, hey, this is our time.
Well, this week, Coach, you guys will be coming into town to take on Henry Clay, another second-year coach like yourself, Coach Gay, starting his program. What are some of the things you're looking for out of your team from improving from last game to getting ready for this game?
Yeah, well, there's a lot. We struggled offensively last week, coming off of a 50-2 win the first week, and our kids, I think the excitement of starting that season and first time being 1-0, and we struggled. We came out a little slow, and just struggled to keep our feet, more to say, in the first half. So this week, I'm really looking for us to prepare better throughout the week. And to start off on both sides of the ball a little bit quicker. Defensively, first week we only gave up 2 yards. Last week, I believe we gave up like 63 yards. So again, defensively, just continuing to get better. And Henry Clay's a great team. They're very dynamic in their offensive sets. They throw a lot of formations at you. They've got some great athletes around. They've got a couple quarterbacks that do some different things that are good. So again, it's going to be a challenge for us on both sides of the ball, but I'm looking forward to our kids to compete at that high level. A 6A football team on the road. So excited to see how we play and how we approach this week as we start today.
Do you find that you have to kind of, corral, as far as this early success to kind of keep them level-headed or grounded?
Absolutely. Yeah. Again, we've never been in this situation in our program. And, sometimes it's real easy to feel that success and kind of forget. And, we just keep telling our kids, we have yet to peak. We don't want to peak this early in the season. Mm-hmm. Last week was great for us. We struggled and we continued to battle. And went through that adversity all game long. And finally, we had guys that showed up in big time moments and they made big time plays. And that's what every team wants. And so, I think just controlling that, our mindset is just focusing on, we can't worry about last week. Okay. We make our corrections. Henry Clay is a totally different football team than North Oldham or Western Hills or anybody else in the future of our schedule. And so let's just focus on preparing to be the best we can this week to beat Henry Clay. And that's all we can do. Control what we can control and give maximum effort every day.
All right. Well, Coach, man, that's all I really got. I just want to touch base with you. Anything you want to hit on or any shout out, anything you want to address or anything before we close out?
No, well, I just thank you guys for having me on the show. And appreciate you guys, giving us some respect and covering Great Crossing football. And hope to hear from you guys again. And look forward to this Friday's game. And just hope everyone can stay safe and we can continue to play and be a part of this great game of football for the rest of this season.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you, Coach, man. Looking forward to a big game Friday out of the Warhawks. I love my Warhawks, Coach, man. We doing big things, Coach. I'm with you all the way. I got your back, Coach. You know that, right?
Good. Love it.
Take it easy and good luck, man, and wishing you the best of luck for the rest of the season, Coach.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.